This box right here contains a fragrance that is trying to be a clone of Tom Ford Noir. This one is called Touch of Black, and we'll find out if it's a good clone or not next here on Nordic Fragrance. Hi, I'm Tommy and you're watching Nordic Fragrance. Welcome. This is another episode of Stash or Trash, where we take a closer look at inexpensive clones and inspired expressions fragrances. This time around I have a fragrance that is called Touch of Black by the company Creation Lamis, and this fragrance is a clone of Tom Ford Noir. Touch of Black is a real cheapie. I got this 100 ml bottle for about €5 or $8 for a 100 ml bottle. It's a dirt cheap fragrance, but is it any good? Let's find out. Creation Lamis is apparently a company based in San Antonio, Texas in the USA. And considering I got this bottle for about $8 here in Europe, this should really be dirt cheap in the USA. So good news for all my viewers from the US. You should be able to get this for a really affordable price in the US. Now normally I compare the clones side by side to the original fragrance, but I don't own Tom Ford Noir, and I have to admit I have never even smelled Tom Ford Noir, so I have no idea what that one smells like. So this review will be a standalone fragrance review of Touch of Black alone. No comparison to Tom Ford Noir whatsoever, since I don't know that smell. Since Tom Ford Noir is a pretty expensive fragrance, wouldn't it be great if this was a good clone of that one, so that you could save a lot of money? Well, let's find out about that, and we start with a little presentation of the bottle. I think that the presentation of this fragrance is actually quite good, especially considering that this is such an inexpensive fragrance. The box looks really nice and quite expensive, and the bottle looks good too. This is a glass bottle. Black, says Touch of Black on the front and Creation Lamis up here. Now let's test the sprayer. Okay, this sprayer sucks. It's not a good sprayer. Too little juice comes out of it for every spray, and it pretty much squirts the juice all over the place. Not a good sprayer at all. This is more like something you would find on a children's fragrance or something like that. So what does Touch of Black smell like then? Okay, I pick up some really dark notes in this one. I get a little citrusy vibe in the beginning, just a slight hint of it. I think it's bergamot. I got violet, the kind of violet that you find in, for example, Fahrenheit by Dior. This is actually a really nice scent from the start, I must admit that. I'm impressed by the first impression of this fragrance. It smells really expensive and very elegant and a little dark and mysterious also. A bit into the dry down I get some pepper too, a little bit of leather. This is just a beautiful, pleasant smell. I'm really positively surprised by this one. It smells good, it smells expensive. And if Tom Ford Noir smells anything like this, I suddenly got an urge to buy that one, I must admit. So I have tested Touch of Black for a week now to test the performance of it. You get about 5 hours out of it. Projection is not that great. You get about an elbow's length of projection around you, so you get a nice little scent bubble around you, at least for the first hour. After that it slowly starts to fade away, but it doesn't become a skin scent until about the 4th hour. So there's really nothing special about the performance of this one. But considering the price, this is way better than you could expect from a fragrance in this price range. 5 hours of longevity with decent projection and a little bit of sillage to it too is actually more than you can expect from a fragrance in this price range. Not good, not groundbreaking, but certainly not bad. I have a really hard time explaining to you guys exactly how this fragrance smells. You get that really nice dark vibe to it, a little bit mysterious with the violet like in Fahrenheit, a little bit of leather and some pepper in it. And this fragrance doesn't remind me of any other fragrance that I own, sadly, so I can't compare it to anything really. It's a very unique fragrance all of its own, and very beautiful too. Now I'm not a suit and tie kind of guy. I don't wear that kind of clothes. It's just not my style. But if I did, I would certainly consider wearing this fragrance to that kind of outfit, for sure. This comes across to my nose as a perfect suit and tie fragrance, really. Dark, sophisticated, with a little hint of bergamot to give it a slight bit of freshness too. So is this stash or trash? Touch of Black by Creation Lamis, definitely a stash worthy fragrance, especially considering the very low price on this fragrance. If you happen to see this fragrance somewhere, in a store or online, just pick it up and buy it. It's worth the $8 you pay for it easily, I can tell you that. This actually smells more like a high-class designer fragrance, like something that could have come from Dior or Versace. Now the performance is not that great, with moderate projection and sillage and longevity of about 5 hours, but considering the price, guys, this is a real steal. So, Touch of Black by Creation Lamis, stash-worthy fragrance for sure. Elegant, sophisticated, dark, mysterious, and just overall beautiful. If you see this fragrance somewhere, don't hesitate, just grab it and you have yourself a really nice fragrance that smells way more expensive than the price you have to pay for it. So this was all for this episode of Stash or Trash. Touch of Black by Creation Lamis is a stash worthy fragrance in my opinion. I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, top lists and other reviews, please click the subscribe button. Until we meet again, take care, fragrance lovers.